Summer 2016, I dove off a boat out in eastern Washington. Thought the water was deeper than it was and hit sand, which resulted in me breaking my neck.
It was July 17th, 2016, on a construction project. I was riding on a bobcat and hit a fairly large bump. The arm raised up and caught me and pinched me in half, essentially, breaking my back.
It was a beautiful day on February 2nd, 2016. I was snowboarding with my friends, and it was the end of the day. I was coming down to the bottom, ready to go back and rest and have fun with my friends, and I just face planted at the very end of the run, breaking my neck.
I don't actually remember probably the first week and a half, 2 weeks I was in the hospital. And then once I woke up, I had that conversation with a doctor, and the first thing he pretty much told me was, you're never gonna walk again. That's what the first thing I remember.
He was alive. I was just so grateful that he was still alive, because he had drowned and had no pulse when they found him in the water. So a mother's first reaction is they're alive.
I think the scariest point of the whole thing was the immediate not being able to move my legs. At one point I was told that maybe I had a 10% chance, roughly thereabout, of getting a little back. That was one of the days that I kind of broke down.
It was probably the worst experience I've ever had in my entire life with one of my kids. It was just very painful to see how much pain he was in.
I woke up from surgery, and the surgeon came in and he said that right now it's still way too early to tell how much function I was going to get back, how much I would be able to feel.
Yeah, you're just in shock. I mean,
Brooks needed help with everything. He needs help with the bowel program. He needs help with catheter. When he came home, he couldn't feed himself. He couldn't hold a glass of water.
When I went home, it was, in fact, impossible to do anything and everything.
brushing his teeth, getting dressed, showering, going to the bathroom.
Everything you used to be able to do, you can't do anymore. You can't go to the bathroom alone. It kills you.
From the moment I walked into Pushing Boundaries, I knew Daniel had to come participate in their exercise therapy program. First, the information that was provided to me, the excitement, they knew that they could help Daniel.
When I called Pushing Boundaries, it was probably the only positive thing I'd heard in the beginning, that yes, we do see people get better. Yes, we have seen people get better who were told they wouldn't.
The first day I was here, I felt like I accomplished more than I did the entire time I was at my hospital rehab facility. There was a plan. I was out of my chair. I was up in the standing frame. We were doing something, and we did something for the full 2 hours that I was here. That was the first time that I had had that type of therapy experience, and that's what I was looking for. I was looking for progress.
Not only does it improve his strength, but it really helps his mind and his thinking.
When I first came here, my biggest goal was to be able to transfer, and I couldn't do that when I first came here. And through the trainers pushing me to my limits and working my rear end off, I think that now I am able to transfer because of Pushing Boundaries, and basically that means getting myself from my wheelchair into my bed or into a car, so basically just getting myself in or out of my wheelchair.
my strength to be able to get my hands both like this, just to get to my hat, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it's huge. Just being able to manipulate things differently, to be able to try to figure out how to use things again.
Coming here allows him that aggressive type of therapy that he really craves and enjoys. He wasn't receiving that in the hospital. It was very passive therapy. Any type of independence that he can gain is what I hope for my son.
Since Sebastian has started pushing boundaries, he has gotten much stronger. He can do so much more. And he's starting to play quad rugby, which is great. He loves that.
They know where your limits are, and they try to get you to realize that you can eventually push past those limits and really gain what you're looking for and relearn how to use your muscles. Within 3 to 4 weeks, I was walking, which felt fantastic. Today, I can walk around Europe unassisted. I don't use my wheelchair at all. I'm about to start looking for work again. You can make the best out of your situation just by staying positive. I attribute my physical recovery to pushing boundaries.